NBA players have the coronavirus and why they get tested without symptoms. 2019 Forbes Under-30 Summit. Kevin Durant is the latest NBA player to test. James Ellsworth is most intriguing element in O. AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose are continuing their never-ending feud as they face off this Sunday at WWE TLC. Forbes contributor House Money Studios breaks down why James Ellsworth has been a lone bright spot in this stale rivalry. A positive coronavirus test last week by Utah Jazz All-Star Rudy Gobert accelerated the sports world shutdown and led 58 members of the organization to get tested for COVID-19 despite a shortage of tests available nationally. Yesterday news that superstar Kevin Durant and 3 of his Brooklyn Nets teammates also tested positive raised the number of NBA players with confirmed cases to 7. It is a small sample size, but with only 450 or so NBA players in the league, it means that 1 out of 65 players has tested positive for the coronavirus versus 1 in 78,000 for the general U.S. population, based on Tuesday figures from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. 5 of the 7 players are asymptomatic, reinforcing the idea that the number of people with the coronavirus is multiple times higher than the 4,200 positive tests so far in the U.S. The players' access to coronavirus tests has raised some tricky questions. Here why so many. ABS-CBN News. Zubiri confirms January trip to Hong Kong but says he got COVID-19 at Senate. Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri gestures during the Senate hearing on the Bangsamoro Basic Law. Manila. Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri on Tuesday confirmed that he traveled to Hong Kong in early January but said that he got infected with the coronavirus disease 2019 COVID-19 while working in the Senate. Senator Zubiri tests positive for COVID-19. Zubiri, the Philippines' first national official who tested positive for COVID-19, and his wife Audrey traveled to Hong Kong, one of the first areas outside mainland China that reported cases of the novel coronavirus. Mrs. Zubiri tested negative for the disease. Our trip with my wife to HK happened on early January before the COVID-19 became a serious scare and there was still no travel ban at that time. So suffice to say that trip was 2.5 months ago, and has no bearing on my case, he said. If I got infected it was during this last 2 weeks of work at the Senate, wherein we were exposed to a lot of visitors, he said, referring to councilors, mayors and commission on appointments guests who visited the Senate before the chamber went on break last week. ABS. A person can carry and transmit COVID-19 without showing symptoms. Chinese researchers have confirmed a case of asymptomatic transmission of the new coronavirus. A 20-year-old woman from Wuhan passed it to 5 of her family members but never got physically sick herself. The case study is the first concrete evidence that a person showing no symptoms can pass the coronavirus to others, a fact that could make curbing the outbreak even more challenging. The researchers behind the findings said the 20-year-old woman was isolated and closely observed at the 5th People's Hospital of Anang. She never became physically ill, even after her family members developed fevers. 2 of them got severe pneumonia. For now, the woman's asymptomatic transmission appears to be an anomaly, but health experts have documented other instances in which people tested positive for the virus without showing symptoms. A report from the Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention analyzed records of all of China's reported cases of the virus from December 8 to February 11 and found that 1.2% of patients confirmed to be infected showed no symptoms. A person can. For more videos, please like and subscribe.